Still tuned into First Trades. Let's connect with the management of Thomas Cook. Madhavan Menon is the chairman managing director standing by here to talk about the amalgamation of their companies and the demerger of some of their select businesses. So thank you so much, first up, Mr. Menon, for joining in. Let's talk about that amalgamation. Thomas Cook India, Quest Corp, TCI, TC Forex Services and Travel, as well as SOTC. So is this move a part of the overall corporate restructuring exercise in order to streamline the businesses?
Good morning. Essentially, I think I must sort of step back and explain what exactly we've been trying to do. You'll appreciate when we acquired Quest in 2013, nobody anticipated the sort of trajectory that both Quest and Thomas Cook would take between 2013 and 2018. You note that Quest made several acquisitions, Thomas Cook made several acquisitions, Quest went and did an IPO, as a result of which both Fairfax and us agreed that it was time that both of us went in our own trajectories, primarily because we were creating confusion in the market when we were reporting our results. At the same time, Quest's strategic vision was completely different from ours, in that they are in a completely different industry, and that is a greenfield industry, whereas ours is a more mature industry. This gave us the opportunity to clean up the organization structure of the Thomas Cook Group also. Over the years, as we've made acquisitions, we've made it through various subsidiaries. This merger, demerger, spin-off application to the NCLT will enable us to clean up the structure and be fully compliant with all the regulatory requirements that require us to build a step-down structure.
Reason for the demerger of inbound business of TCI and the human resource services business of TCIL, if you could just explain what the really, what really is the rationale or the plan behind it?
So Quest has got a training division, and we believed that was core to their business, whereas the training division was not core to us, and therefore it was decided to, as we spun off the shares, also to hive off the training business into Quest, which would essentially clean up both our business structures adequately. Having said that, the demerger of TCI is essentially a structural one. The inbound business, which operates under TCI, will remain in the new company, and will not make any difference to the business.
Okay, fair enough. Now, I just wanted to talk about the overall scenario. With the festive season, has there been any sort of uptick in demand in terms of the kind of bookings? What has been, the kind of numbers in terms of volume that we've seen in the festive season so far?
So I think 2019 has definitely been one of the most challenging years that the industry has faced. It started off with Jet Airways collapsing, and we actually saw the impact of the higher airfares emerge in the June to April, May, June quarter, with airfares both domestically and internationally shooting up by anywhere between 40 to 60%. Subsequently, we saw the failure of Cox and Kings, resulting from a default in their commitments to banks. That has resulted in another impact on the industry as a whole. Lastly, more specific to Thomas Cook India, was the failure of Thomas Cook UK. A lot of people out there perceive that we were owned by Thomas Cook UK, where in reality, we have not been owned by Thomas Cook UK since 2012. Now, if you look at all these events and the negative perception that India is witnessing at the moment domestically, has resulted in a degree of impact on us. This can be from various aspects. Airfares for one. Two, customers having trust in large tour operators as Thomas Cook, because out there people look at Cox and Kings and Thomas Cook as large players. Now with Cox and Kings having told customers that they're no longer able to service their tours, there is a degree of trust that is likely to rub